Hi, good evening. See, it's my first time, on the Instagram live. Though I was on Instagram, say like for 2 years plus. Uh, Hi, Grishma. Hi, Srinivas. Yeah. Though I have been on Instagram for the last couple of years, I haven't really got time, or maybe I didn't had the zeal to get into an Instagram live. Maybe some people, they always need a push from behind to get things done. I can see that, there are several doctors who joined for today. It might be very familiar topic for all of you, but for others, who are non-Ayurvedic doctors, I would like to talk a little bit of basics about the body type and the constitution. See, Ayurveda use the term swastha to denote health. It means svedishtari, that means established in the self is swastha, is established in the self is arogya or wellness. So therefore, you need to understand what is self here. The self here is the ego, the uniqueness, the individuality, which makes one person the different from the other person. And Ayurveda use the term ahamkara to denote this self. It is the I former which makes you different from him or her, which makes you different from they or them, is the ahamkara or the uniqueness as per Ayurveda. To understand a little bit more about the dosha principles of Ayurveda, Ayurveda says there are three energy factors, namely Vata, Pitta, Kapha. They do the entire functions or the physiology of the human body. Out of them, Vata is more of an air and space dominated energy factor. Pitta is more of a fire and water dominated energy factor. And Kapha is more of a water and earth dominated energy factor. We have all the three in our body. Vata governs all sort of movements in the human body. Say this terms, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, they are only names given to a set of qualities. If you don't like the name Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you can call them A, B, C or X, Y, Z also, there is no problem. As long as you are familiar about the qualities and the functions of each doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Out of this, the Vata governs the principle of movement. For example, I speak because of Vata, you nod your head because of Vata, you blink your eyes because of Vata, lungs breathe, heart pump, muscles move, bowels move, conduction of nervous impulse from the brain to the fingertips, sensory pathways, you name any movement in the body, let it be a movement inside a minute cell or a movement like, lifting my arm, it is governed by this energy factor Vata and their subdivisions. So if this Vata is working properly, all your movements are pain-free and unrestricted. Now the second energy factor, I will make you familiar about these doshas very quickly, then we will go to the body types. And the second energy factor, Pitta, Pitta governs all sort of transformations in the body. For example, food getting digested inside the mouth by the salivary enzymes, food getting digested inside the stomach by the gastric secretions, or right now, a sound signal getting converted to a nerve signal. It's a beautiful neurological transformation. Or a chemical change which happens in the body, or a hormonal change which happens in the body. The transformation process is governed by Pitta and their subdivisions. The third energy factor, Kapha, which is water and earth dominated, they govern functions like growth, lubrication, adding structure unit by unit, etc. For example, let's discuss about a physiology like eating food. Chewing, it's a movement which is done by Vata. The digestion by the saliva inside the mouth, it's a function of Pitta. Lubrication of the food, it's Kapha. Swallowing, it is Vata. Movement of the stomach, it is Vata. Digestion by the gastric enzymes inside the stomach, it's a Pitta function. Protection of the stomach lining, regeneration of the mucous membrane, it is done by Kapha. See, all these doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, they function together in a balanced way for the physiologies in the body. Look at another function, say like you're seeing things. Focusing of the lens, it's a movement which is governed by Vata. A light signal getting converted to a nerve signal, a Pitta function. Lubrication of the eyes, Kapha. Movement through the optic nerve to the brain center, Vata. Analysis of the messages at the brain center, Kapha. So you can see that again, this Vata, Pitta, Kapha, they function together. So according to Ayurveda, the entire physiology of the human body can be explained in terms of this Vata, Pitta, Kapha principle. Now, coming to the body type, though we all have Vata, Pitta, Kapha, we possess Vata, Pitta, Kapha in different proportions by birth, from the parents, and the activities of our mother during pregnancy contribute to the formation of one's body type. So, on account of this, Ayurveda categorized the Prakriti or the body type into Vata type, Pitta type, Kapha type. Now the combinations, Vata Pitta type and Pitta Kapha type and Vata Kapha type and Vata Pitta Kapha type. And now it can be permutation combinations also. In one person it can be more of Pitta, less of Kapha. In another person it can be more of Kapha and less of Pitta. So like when you look at the kind of permutation combinations, every individual, you can see it's a unique manifestation of nature. So let's understand a little bit about the Vata body type and look at the Vata body type. Vata body type generally look very lean and thin. Sometimes we call them lucky people. Even if they eat a lot, still they remain lean and thin. They are very active in nature and very enthusiastic in nature, and but lack of stamina for prolonged activity is commonly seen in Vata body type of people. And the Vata body type of people, they might depend on caffeine or a tea or some snacks in between for energy. And Vata type, they are generally restless, a bit restless in nature, and they have a lot of curiosity and creativity. And the third one about Vata, they are non-muscular in nature. The face is usually long and angular, the thin neck, nose is small and narrow, small mouth, thin lips, irregular teeth, restless mind and weak memories. And Vata people, they generally avoid confrontation, or they are generally afraid of confrontation. Vata type of people, they are generally artistic in nature with lot of creativity and good imagination. Vata body type of people, sometimes they can be a bit fearful, worrisome and anxious in nature, and they are more into questioning and analysis, etc. Vata body type of a person, interestingly, they spend money very quickly. They spend lavish, and sometimes they may donate money for some cause. And Vata body type, they generally have a very light and interrupted sleep for 5 to 7 hours a day. So these are some of the characteristics of a Vata body type of a person. Now when you're looking at the Pitta body type, Pitta represent ambition, concentration, confidence, courage, enthusiasm, knowledge, intelligence, etc. The Pitta body type, you can make out them from the face itself. Usually heart-shaped face, pointed chin, pointed nostrils. These are all facial characteristics of a Pitta person. Pitta person, they are usually active, particularly in sports. Aggressive qualities are high, like competition, ego, anger, pride. These are slightly on the higher side. Their skin is usually soft, lustrous, warm, and they perspire a lot. And they have good intellectual abilities, precise disposition, and very alert in nature. And they have sharp anger, and they tend to get irritable, jealous, and aggressive compared to the other body type. They have excellent memory, and which makes them very fast learners in nature. And Pitta body type of person, they spend moderately, and they like saving money, and the money, they might spend on luxuries sometime. And now coming to the Kapha, Kapha is equal to compassion, contentment, faith, fulfillment, patience, stability, etc. Kapha body type of a person, you can make them out from the face, usually round face and big lips. They tend to put on weight compared to the other Vata and Pitta body type. Kapha body type of a person generally likes warmer weather, and they are calm, steady, considerate in nature, very patient, loyal people, forgiving people, understanding in nature. They may learn a bit slowly, but memory will be very strong. Excellent in logical analysis. And Kapha body type of a person generally requires long hours of deep sleep. And Kapha body type, they save money. Now, see, there might be combinations also. You can find, a Vata Pitta combination where you can find the characteristics of both Vata body type and the Pitta body type. And you can see combinations of Pitta Kapha and Vata Kapha. There, you need to read the characteristics of mixed nature. Now, the understanding of one's body type helps one to plan their lifestyle, to choose the right food for them, to choose the right herbs for them, to choose the right profession for them. And understanding of your body type and your spouse's body type, it can be used as an excellent tool to understand the mutual compatibility in a relationship also. But in a relationship, you need to understand what is the ambition in the relationship, what is the cause for that relationship. And actually, Ayurveda says, if you want to have a stable relationship with compatible spouse, it is better to go for the same body types in nature. In my viewpoint, you might have different opinions. I can see there are a few doctors there. But in my understanding, it is better to go for the same body type for mutual compatibility. See, several times, two people living together for a long time, they tend to rub off one another. And sometimes, even they begin to look like one another. So, as I mentioned, one should ideally choose the same body type, because the same body type will intuitively understand the factors which will motivate each other, because they know their motivational factors. Now, the same body type have similar mental process and similar attitudes. For example, two Vata body type joining together, there could be both pros and cons about a similar body type. Imagine that a two Vata body type joining together, they might argue each other to get the leadership in a conversation. And but at the same time, they know each other better than a Vata and a Pitta joining together. And imagine, two Kapha person joining together. Kapha usually make less interaction, while Vata body type of people, they like to talk a lot. So in a life, two Kapha living together, there will be very little interactions in between them. Imagine, two Pitta people joining together. They may compete each other, and they might try to get upper hand in their relationships. So there are pros and cons about going for the compatibility with same body type. But in it says, even in sexual life and in the sexual compatibility, it is better to choose the same body type. Vata body type, generally, as I told before, they can't hold money or they can't save money. They tend to spend money on impulse, or they donate on some causes. While on the other side, a Pitta body type of a person spend with caution, and they calculate and save money. Imagine, if a Vata Pitta joins together, they might not match each other due to their financial or due to their saving habits. And Kapha, as I mentioned before, Kapha desire to avoid the confrontation and arguments. See, now I told you the purpose of the relationship. If the purpose of selecting your spouse is to self-evolve or to have a stimulation in a relation, support each other, you might go for a different constitution also. See, however, there will be consequences of constitutional difference when two different body types join together. Now imagine, a scenario, two body types joining together, a Pitta and a Vata together. A Pitta body type can give an organization to Vata's mental chaos. On the other side, a Vata type can give a Pitta body type continuous communication challenges also. Say, a Vata and a Kapha joining together, imagine. A Vata can get stability from Kapha. However, it is good to have some shared interests like, common job or common hobbies when a Vata Kapha is joining together. Now, the dual combinations. The Vata Pitta with a Pitta Kapha makes usually very stable relationships, because both have Pitta which is in common, and both can communicate according to their wavelength and according to their body type, and the Kapha in one person will balance with the Vata of the other person. So generally, Vata Pitta with a Pitta Kapha body type can make stable relationships. Now imagine Vata Kapha with Pitta Kapha. Vata Kapha with Pitta Kapha can also be a good match, though their common Kapha body type can be stubborn in nature to establish their personality. Now imagine the other scenario, Vata Kapha and Vata Pitta. That can make a good spiritual pair also. But sometimes the stability will be slightly impaired because of the Vata element in them. So I just wanted to give an overview about how the body types could be used for finding your spouse and finding your partner. And in my viewpoint, for a long-lasting relationship, it is better to go for the same body type, other than the combinations like Vata Pitta with Pitta Kapha or Vata Kapha with Pitta Kapha, those dual combinations. Just wanted to give some a new thread of thinking about it. And if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer you. Otherwise, please post your queries here, and I will reply by text. Let me just quickly look, we have any questions. Yeah. Nothing much. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining with me. We'll join with you with another topic by next week. Once again, have a very good evening. Thank you.